Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing sending documentation to Royal Thai Consulates or the embassy in the United States. And when we're talking about documentation here, we're talking about visa application documentation. There's certain original documentation that needs to actually be physically sent to the consulate in order to get visas and certificates of entry issued. In a recent submission to the Bangkok Post, and this is to their post bag. This was published January 2nd, 2021 in the Bangkok Post print edition. I suspect it can be found in Bangkok Post online at bangkokpost.com. Quoting directly from this submission called Impossible Dream, submitted by Stefan Carlson. Quoting directly, okay, I have FedEx envelope ready, and he's talking to the Thai consulate in the U.S. Quote, do not send FedEx, send USPS, that's United States Postal Service, overnight with return envelope inside. Okay, got it, end quote. So the reason I'm bringing this up is just to provide some insight for folks who are dealing with the overall visa process in the United States. And as he goes into in this article, in this submission, unfortunately, he just goes through a major rigmarole only to be completely disappointed at the end and not be able to get on a plane because the gentleman was unaware of certain documentation. He was unaware that there was certain documentation which was seemingly duplicative, but was in fact documentation necessary to even board the plane, things like fit to fly documentation and certificates of entry. But in this one instance, we're talking about, yeah, they are accepting stuff by U.S. Postal Service with return delivery. The embassy in the United States, or I should say the Thai embassy in the United States, will accept things that way. Now, if you are dealing with this for the first time, please note, sending things in directly to the embassy is not the first step. There's a whole series of things that have to be dealt with sort of in preparation to be able to do that. As I've noted in other videos, a lot of folks that have gone through this process with us have told us either midway or as toward the end, or a lot of our clients, once they get into alternative state quarantine, they tell us, man, I just really am glad I did not have to deal with that on my own, because there's just so much tug of war back and forth. Everything has to be done in this certain order. It has to be filed. There's timing associated with it. I sort of describe it like tumblers falling into a lock. They have to fall in a certain way under a certain timing in order for the lock to come unlocked. And it's just a difficult process. So we found a lot of our clients have told us, yeah, it's been really helpful to have somebody that sort of has a bird's eye view. We've dealt with this from beginning to end, and we definitely in Q4, especially of 2020, had a lot of success in assisting clients in getting into Thailand. But the other thing to bear in mind with respect to this is if you don't do things the correct way, so if you do, for example, send something by FedEx, that can massively delay a case. And we've had cases, again, the do-it-yourselfers, and truly, my sympathies are with you. I do understand this thing is a cumbersome process. It's far more complex than it's ever been to be able to get into Thailand. But I do understand your position. And, compared to times past when you could just get on a plane, come to Thailand, get a 30-day stamp, or be able to just get a tourist visa, retirement visa, fairly straightforwardly. Yeah, that is not the current state of play. And I sympathize with your position. But a lot of the do-it-yourselfers that have come to us, they've sort of been mired in a kind of quagmire because they'll mess up a step and they'll sort of get stuck, and then oftentimes it takes us a little while to get it sort of rectified, but ultimately we're able to sort of get it sorted and keep the thing moving through. I look at it as sort of like a really convoluted conveyor belt with folks going down that conveyor belt. You just have to do the right things at the right moment in order to keep things moving. But we will keep you updated on this channel as the situation progresses.